Okay, so I'm going to talk about how you're going to make your book, and this is going to be your dedication book to that person that you love. And you've already selected your person, you've already uploaded images, and now we're going to do the drawing portion of this unit before we start our sculpting. So you're going to pick up 4 pieces of drawing paper. I'm going to have this already cut for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 pieces of drawing paper. We're going to go ahead and fold these guys into half. All right, so this is the hamburger way of folding. Just fold them in half, each piece of paper. Okay. All right, so next step, we're going to call this our cover. Okay, so this is going to be our cover. You're going to need a ruler and a pencil. And we're going to look at the spine of what will be our book. And we're going to measure it. So right now it's 6 inches. And we're going to measure down 1.5 inches. And you can move your ruler down if you want to, 1.5 inches. Okay, and make 2 little tick marks. The next thing I'm going to do is take my ruler and I'm going to make a rectangle that's not really deep. I'm going to measure in just a second. I'm just kind of eyeballing it right now. But I'm going to make a rectangle. There's my rectangle. And it's probably about, it's about a little over, let's just say it's 1/4 inch, okay? But anyway, you can kind of see what that rectangle looks like. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut out this rectangle with some scissors or an X-Acto knife, whatever you want to use. All right, there we go. And I'm going to open up my cover page, and you're going to see this kind of slot in the middle. The next step is I'm going to take those other pieces of papers or inside pages. I'm going to open them up and lay them on top of each other. Stack them like such. And then I'm going to take my cover, put it inside for right now. And I'm going to make tick marks or little marks that represent, this distance. So make 2 marks. And there we go. So there's my mark, top and bottom. And I have my pages nice and neatly stacked. I'm going to take scissors and I'm going to cut up to that mark within that fold. So up to that mark on both sides. There we go. Okay, the next step is you have to be kind of patient. I'm going to fold my pages, these are my inside pages, into, now I'm hot dog style. And I'm going to feed the pages through, this is my cover. Okay, so I'm going to feed the pages through my cover. And take your time so you don't rip your pages. And then kind of open them up. And kind of just place them like that. And then kind of, fold them to where it wants to fold naturally. And now you have your book. So this is going to be my cover, obviously. Okay, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to leave this space blank. This is going to be your person's eyes. Next page, leave the side blank. This will be your person's nose. Open it up. Leave this page blank. This will be your person's lips. Open it up. On this page, you're going to write, okay, and there's more about this. Write about your person here. On this side, okay. And then over here, you're going to do the full portrait. So over here, you're going to do your portrait of your person's face, neck, and incorporating their shoulders. Okay, so that's going to go here. Okay, so full portrait here. Okay, and there's going to be a couple extra pages left over. That's fine. But then flip it to the back, and then that's going to be where you write your name. And then whatever period you are, period 4, 6, or 7, okay, for art 2. Now think about, you're going to be doing this before you get started, obviously. So think about how you're going to add fun information. Okay, so color, maybe some patterns, things of that nature. Are you going to watercolor your book first, which you could do that, because it needs to be cohesive, right? Even though there's nothing over here, there should still be something over here that pulls this book together that makes it interesting. All right, so maybe it's watercolor, maybe it's patterns. You can even use stencils, you can collage, whatever you want to, all right? Maybe you do watercolor or designs or something in your book, maybe some geometric shapes in here. And then you draw your person's eyes, nose, lips, and then their full face onto drawing paper. And you can cut them out and collage them into your book. So think again, creatively, how do you make this book really fun and inviting to look at, to open up? How do you, again, represent this person that you're drawing? What gives them character? What is the intention, your purpose for drawing them? What are you trying to capture in these drawings that represents this person? Because why is this person important to you? Okay, that's the question that you're asking. If you are drawing yourself, obviously you're going to be writing about yourself. There's a couple people that are doing drawings of themselves, and that's fine too. But think about that, as you're creating this. When you hit the next button, you're going to go to information that talks about the pages. There's an example of a dedication book from an Art 2 student in the past. And there's also going to be kind of learning objectives and just ways of brainstorming and just questions to ask yourself before you get started on this project. All right, so enjoy, have fun.